I was alone that night, like the other ones, doing my usual unemployed stuff. But this night wasn't like the other one, I tell you.
Go get some job. You lazy guy.
Oh, else?
Or else.
I see.
So, that's why today I'm gonna teach you guys how to get a real job. Shut! Don't say that filthy word! There's no chance I'm doing a real job. After all, I've chosen drawing as a future career, so rather dying than doing that. What are we gonna do then? Well, don't worry, I just got the idea. We're gonna make a
YouTube video.
Yay! Yeah, that's right, I want to make a YouTube video. You know, I always liked and grown with YouTube, watching firstly Let's Play and gaming, and then the platform grown a lot, with cool anime, brain rot, and creator making TV quality like content. Also, long ass video essays has made me a new man those past few years, you know? Someone turning on TV and watching news would not make me flick an eye, but seeing a thumbnail of a 2-hour-long video explaining misogynies of horses looking like colored tumors, bonking like DVD disc screen made on paint, making races between each other, and believe me, I will click on that video, sit my ass and listen. And also the community part of it is making it all better. Yeah, I love feeling a part of a big organization, you know, it makes me feel more useful to society. Even if I well know I'm not. Like, for example, people creating lore around science, like in horse race tests in the Twitter community, is really funny to me. And also I'm watching you, Jovial. Anyway, we were talking about storytelling, so to just talk about something in a video game or even some deeper philosophical stuff, like explaining silly things, such as complex theory of subjectivity, but in a dumb way so that I could understand, makes you be thinking. And this helped me a lot to get inspiration in some concept or style of editing, and also for when I'm drawing. The worst part is that I'm watching more YouTube than movies, because now, I'm gonna say it, I think it's better. Yeah, I know. And I will feel less ashamed of, well, playing Roblox, for example, while watching a YouTube video than watching the second part of Dune. I don't know. Yeah, and I love seeing the imagination of internet. Beginning with stories that scare people or even world-building masterpieces. Everything that makes me wander around, you know? I love seeing creativity between each other. That's why I always wanted to make videos. The thing is, I don't have a clue how to do it. I have to start from zero and I have no experience in making one whatsoever. Even me writing the script right now is pure nonsensical. See? Yeah. So first, let's begin with the subject. Now the presentation. Yeah, no, first, I'm Keiju. French? Yeah, you guessed it by now. But more precisely, a student in 2D animation, aka art school. And no, I'm not rich. I'm purely in debt and I don't know how to get money, so yeah, I better find a job. But enough of me. The only important thing you have to know about me is that I only have little experience about editing, compositing and drawing. In fact, I've only mostly learned alone, and I'm not even sure if I'm capable of doing a full-length YouTube. So you've just saw it. The subject of the video is how to make a video. Well, not exactly. This is not a tutorial, but you know what I can do? Yeah, showing you me struggling making one. How fun is that? Very, as far as I know. Yeah, it's kinda Inception. I'm making a video talking about me making this video. Yeah, but bear with me. This will be fun. I promise. I promise you. I promise you. Oh mon dieu que ça va être long. Okay, so first I need to get up and walk. That's the first step. And believe me, this is hard for a procrastinator like me. Okay, so I just woke up and I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna start on doing something. Yay. Okay, so now that I'm done, let's just clean this up. Okay. At this point, the only thing I knew is that I wanted to make a video, but I had no script and no idea whatsoever. So I started by improvising. See, the hardest part on working on a project that big is to start it, so the thing you want to do to get idea is to start writing something down. And so I came up with the things I wanted to do. First, I know I wanted to make an intro on the video and animation, and I also wanted to make some sprite of myself doing some expression so that I can have something to show while I'm speaking. So that's the both thing I will start with. Since I'm more at ease on drawing stuff, I started on making those expressions. So you can see I'm working on that, beginning with a sketch on paper. Then I begin to switch on digital and start to clean them and color them. What's that? What's job application? What? So anyway, here's my time lapse. Just so that you know, I didn't do that in one day. I finished them all later, but I'm not gonna show you all of them, mainly because I don't want to spoil and also because this is very long, so I'm just gonna show you the first part so that you get the idea. Meanwhile, I also worked on writing the first part of the script, so the voice line, so that I can have an idea of what I will do. Okay, so it's been 2 hours that I've been writing down the script, and now I am hungry because I didn't eat before, and I'm gonna take a break, okay? Let's go. And since I'm a millennial gen, I need my dose of entertainment, so I watch videos. But the thing is, procrastination is a big enemy. Hey, what you doing? Stop playing on your phone. Hey, stop playing ZZZ. Back to work. Okay, so, now it's 4 PM. Bravo. Afterward, I've just continued the script and the drawing, so nothing new. And that's it. Well, that's the end of the day. The total of what I've done so far is... That's it? And just what else do I need to do? Wait! Stop! Let me take a breath! Actually, no, it's not day 2. It's been a while, okay? I had to do stuff, but employment called me back, so... Yeah, here I am, doing God's hardest work, as am I his best soldier. Yeah, just kidding. Don't make fun of me, okay? Not watching Subway Surfer gameplay on the side is very hard to live for me. Fighting addiction, you know? Anyway, so today I did taste nice cheese naan flavored chips and generally taste like cheese naan and canasta because I heard this was fire, but not gonna lie, this was a little mid for me. Sorry, maybe because I don't like Gouda or something, but I don't like that powder texture so much. But I'm overacting. In fact, this is... Oh, okay. Yeah, what? The video man. Making the video. Ah, right, okay, yeah, so, let's get back. What I didn't told you before is that I began the voiceover on Audacity, and you'll see later, but that's not my best skill. So now that we have the voice line, the script, and all the thing I wanted for beginning, we will start with the first thing that we need to do, which is the intro. So before using my biggest fear, I have to get the material, the resource, the goods, you know, the deeds. So you saw the intro. Since you watched the video until then, right? I did not do the background because I don't trust myself doing it. I'd rather use photo bashing, which is basically stealing from other. Yes, and butcher their work. Like if I were a toddler discovering scissors for the first time and sew it back like a Frankenstein monster. Beautiful, yeah. It's like collage or something like that. First, let's get footage from the one and only incredible Shutterstock watermark low quality images. I really should be sponsored for letting it on purpose everywhere, that's a shame. Then I use those for animating myself. Hey, who said that? I won't be animating a lot though, because it takes a lot of time and I don't have set time, because someone decided to make a month with 30 days, and days with only 34 hours. And us mortals have to sleep and eat and not go insane at the same time. So, for the first shot I'll do a looping anime with an extreme close-up of feet. Okay, now maybe I have an issue with... Anyway, I wanted to deform perspective like in my photo bashing to make it more dynamic and weird. And, What's that? You want to see my 2D animation process? Ah, you should have said it earlier. Well, now. You see, first I'm doing a rough. As you can see, already doing the key pose on maybe 1 or 2 more frames, and then I'm switching up to clean. I recall I'm not a pro whatsoever, I'm surely doing things wrong, there must be some improvement to make. So don't take me for the good example. For that I'm using a brush with flat pressure. This one, that I download on this, and just change the pressure to 0. I'm on CSP by the way, the X Ultra Premium Giga Ultra expensive version, but Krita, Fire Alpaca, Photoshop with plugin, and even Blender with Grease Pencil can be cool too. Since I'm lazy to animate on every frame per second, I'm doing low frame style. On long frame, I'm doing something that you could have seen on Cas Van de Pol or Usher Pillow videos, which are a little jittery style, but manually since I'm not doing a puppet animation or vector animation, which is really better for reusing and simulating this jitter effect. But since I'm dumb and I don't want to learn this now, I'ma stick to the old trick. I'm using line wave for the part I want to show that is closer to the camera. Body here is 2 pixels lighter than the head. You can see I'm doing that also for my car sprites on the outside here. Then coloring. The thing to do is using bucket tool and color all of the frame with one color, and then doing the other one starting by the biggest one. You're following? Then I'm doing a very light shading on the skin right here, and the cherry on the cake is I'm doing alpha lock on the line and I'm lightly color blushing the hair on the face. For the export I'm exporting in image sequence to have a PNG file, which will be in zip file that I unzip and use it in After Effects. This was long, right? Okay. Maybe a little break won't Do you hate falling? Well, I have the solution for you. With the new product of all. What? What now? What? Oh. Again? But they just said yes like 5 minutes ago. They can't pay. But what do you mean they don't trust me? I'm trustable. Oh, whatever. They just missed the opportunity of their lives. Well, oh, where was I? What? What are you looking at? I'm doing like everyone else. Everyone's doing it. If I don't, we will pay my rent, huh? You? You're the one paying it. Oh, that's adorable. Thank you. Well, I don't have Patreon, so yeah, you can just Ah, I know. If you really love me, which I know you do, you can generously donate me a follow, or comment, or like if you don't have enough, or all of it if you're loaded. You know, this helped me a lot. I don't know if I will redo something like this big afterward, or even doing video like these. But if you're really liking it, then you can tell me. The more support I have, the better I can do this kind of work. And I'm already really thankful of you watching until this now. So yeah, thanks. Aww. Well, if you really want to give me money, I can draw for you, I do commission. So this will be in description. Yes, back to our horses. Now, this is time to do compositing and face the beast.
After Effect.
Hop to a new composition and masking everything to move the house like a Disney symphony thing. Yeah, you know, the animation. The old ones. Yeah. I'm not doing camera work for now, I'll do it while editing. So there is the different steps, before, after. You can see I'm using posterize, lowering the frame rate, pixelate and dithering. You see I love urban style and really love shows like Mutafuka's, Panties and Stocking, FLCL or Gachakuta for the main world building style of them. Knobs Production, Days 11, Cruxton, Anto Cognito, Skull Mog, Nathan Cole, 2X Vroom, Super Bonder Fighter, KKMFD, and the game's iLeaks inspired me a lot to make this style. And even if I do 2D, I wanted to try it, so here we go. So, firstly, I wanted to do me jobless. That's easy, that's my second name. And do it by doom scrolling and brain rot. Like on TikTok, for example. So, I began to loot those brain rot videos, since I can't find a screen record of someone scrolling in brain rot properly. So you know what they say, if no one did it, you gotta do it yourself. And yeah, I got some difficulty, yeah, kind of. First, you could think it's easy to scroll specified and unliked videos, like if it was a new FIP, but not so much. For that I had to send it. But I had no alt account and didn't I sent a bunch of red rod to Burger King once account, and the community manager better react to those, or I will make a scene in my nearest BK location, okay? Anyway, now I got those, and then I wanted to do this little hand animating things, but I wanted to do like if I were holding it with a mouth, which like in Photoshop, you know. So I literally hold it with my mouth behind green screen in After Effects overlay while recording my screen, and it did the job perfectly. Yeah, I know I sound like an old man taking pictures of his camera screen because he don't know how to save it, but anyway, bam! I got an doom scrolling. Next, I got struck by the idea, and what if I did a 3D perspective in my background? And just like that, it took me 40+ minutes to make. Well, like a caveman, I just masked every face of my background, which is up, right, left, back, and rescale it, just to have texture with no perspective. To next, replace them in perspective with the 3D things in After Effects, since I'm running from Blender. And with that, I use a FOV camera to make subtle camera shaking. And that's it, we got that little animation. Next, for the filter, I added posterize. Sometimes I use threshold when I don't want to keep the colors, which is better for the dithering effect. And I filter a little blue effect, I surexpose the image, etc. I use a mosaic to simulate low quality, blah blah blah. You know the drill. I also did that on my datamosh, psychedelic footage. On top of that, I just color gradient a lot of color using a triton or color curve to make sure to kill every epileptic watching the video right now. And then I use a datamosh plugin to purposely destroy my video so that they look like this. You know, I don't know that much about datamoshing, but if that interests you, you can go watch now How to Datamosh by Zach Turner. And if you're interested more especially by how visual shader and filter works mathematically, personally I love to see Acerlo's videos, even if I understand a quarter of what he's talking about. There's also Gem2Go, who is making great videos, but more on game visual side of things. And that's kind of it for the motion part. I use CC Rain and flickering with radial blur on add mode to make lightning effects. And also I use a free VST called Crush to purposely bit crush sound, which I didn't knew that most of audio editing softwares support VST plugin, but here it is. Also I had some trouble to keep the quality right when switching compo to editing. And maybe I'm dumb, but this is so scuffed. You see, the problem here is anti-aliasing. Since I'm working with pixel, MP4 format will try to blur them down to hide the evidence. But I don't want that. After some struggle I discovered that point AVI is keeping the resolution well enough, but still, this is an old and bigger format and unsupported on DaVinci, so the best option was to export every frame as a picture to put them in a big folder. This is called PNG file, and this in fact is supported to work like a video in almost every editor.
So if you want high quality, no sound included footage, this is in fact perfect for quality keeping, as far as I know. I might gaslight you, but trust me.
Ah yes, by the way, we're switching up to editing. For editing, I'm currently on DaVinci, the free version, cause I'm broke. I tried Premiere Pro, and it's kind of good, but I didn't stick with that, since first it's freezing as much as After Effects on my PC, and DaVinci is much lighter, and also because I hated keyframe overlay, okay? Yuck. So, anyway, on DaVinci, I simply did things such as camera movement and shaking, cause I have a simple effect doing that in DaVinci, and they don't in After Effects, so that's much easier. My process is that I record my voice with the script I use, then I edit based on that, and for the first part I had to retake most of my voice line because I sounded like a depressed hedgehog seeing his whole family getting hit by a truck, because I was focusing on pronunciating things right. Concerning animating stuff, I simply deform using X and Y scaling based off dynamic principle of animation, but mostly using stretch and squash, etc, etc. I say that the keyframe also on DaVinci is really nasty, because you can't do auto ease in, ease out frame. You have to go to curve option to do that manually. So I'm doing the thing teacher don't want you to do sometimes, which is spamming keyframe to keyframe every frame out of existence, which gives you some total control of your anime, which is cool, but taking a lot of time and require a lot of tests and trials to make it right. For caption that I use time to time, I use AutoSubs, which is an open source script plugin that works with DaVinci. You just have to in and out the part you want to caption, and it will mostly auto-transcribe at the right time your clumsy voice that you even have a hard time to listen again. Sometimes I had to go to Fusion, which is the worst, since it's a node-based HUD, and really, I don't know how nodes work, okay? And this is worth it if you want to learn editing for relses. You can, for example, using 3D space like DVE, tracking objects, etc. I recommend you though that you watch a tuto for that, and yes, tutos are long. For masking, don't ask me why, but in DaVinci you have to go to colors, the color menu, go to the little mask menu in the color menu and mask it with the pen tool, because the other one are dog shit. And then when you're done, it's not done, because you have to create an alpha output, the node menu, for gods know what reason. I figured that out, by the way, when clicking on things randomly, and then you connect the blue thread to the blue thing, and here it is. Yay. The other difficulties that I have is don't use lmao keyer for removing green screen. Use 3D keyer in effects. Lastly, I recommend PNG egg and Pixabay for finding no watermark and free PNG and samples/SFX. And when I didn't find what I wanted, I search mostly on YouTube or Google Images, then download on YouTube to MP4/MP4 converter. For ambient music, I search what I liked and go to sites like TubePilot, copyright checker, to see if music is free to use or not. And be careful with those, since there's a lot of copyright sound out there, but mostly classical songs are in free domain. I use Dreamcore since it's a spread and very common style, and therefore a lot of free to use one. And game songs are sometimes not copyrighted, so go check especially indie games. For my recording I use my bare phone, and I do not recommend you to do that for quality purpose, but I did with what I had. If you have a good camera, like iPhone, you can do it, For voice, I use my gaming headset, Razer something, which is not ideal, but on edit I bass boost my voice, so that it's better to listen. But even that is really not ideal.
And that's it! Okay? That's it, I'm done.
I won't talk more about editing, firstly because I feel that you already saw in the video, and I already talked about the main part of it. And secondly, I'm tired. I'm really tired. You don't know why. You don't know why I stopped the 1, 2, 4 day beats, huh? It's because it took me an eternity to make. Really, it's been at around 2.5 months to make, even working full time on it. And the worst part is that it could have even took more time. My ratio was 2 minutes of full editing per day. This video is at around 20 minutes long, and parts like After Effects took me even a day for just 30 seconds, since I was learning while doing, and also because I was doing 3 things at once, but let's not talk about this, okay? Conclusion is, making a video with full editing like I did needs you to be fully dedicated to it. So yes, this was hard. So I gotta pay respect to those freaks who do that for their living. This was again my first time doing this, and honestly I think I should be the only one bragging out making a video. But since I lack of experience, I wanted to show you guys how it was to try something, starting kind of from scratch and doing it until it's done. At the end, I like doing this mostly because I could laugh at my own beats alone at 1 AM in the morning, and also I learn a lot. I think if there's a next time, I will be doing this with lighter editing and more rush. So, don't forget to subscribe and like, again, it will be heavily appreciated. Meanwhile, don't forget to inspire yourself with what you love, and I'm gonna smooch you. I'm gonna fucking smooch you. Okay, I'm gonna fucking smooch you. Go. Go out there. Go live your life. That's over. The video is...
Okay.
C'est quoi ce script de con là, putain? Qui a écrit ça? The problem here is anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing. I said a bit of... Aidez-moi.